Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson, and today we're going to talk about how to figure out if you're trans. I have made a video before, and I want to just kind of tell you the answer so that you can kind of move on and get figuring it out. But the answer is really simple, and you're not kind of like actually going to be a little disappointed by this because you may be wanting to have something a little bit more complicated or to help you arrive at this conclusion. But ultimately, no one can help you arrive at your own conclusion. All I can really do is be your guide. And if that's something you like, you should check out the other videos that I have. This is all about trans philosophical self-inner work. You know, you can look up a million different places on YouTube for how to do your makeup, how to pass better, how to be more feminine as a girl or a guy or whatever. But this is about the deep spiritual inner work. That's what we talk about here. So if you're into that, just hit the like and subscribe button and write me a comment down below and say hi. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me where you're at in your transition. So as far as like the answer to figuring out if you're transgender, it's super simple. What feels right to you? I know it's a little disappointing because you go, well, I mean, duh. But honestly, if I could say it in a million different ways, it's the same thing. Just do what feels right. Do things that feel like you can get to that point of, is this right for me? You're not going to know what feels right just by kind of sitting around and thinking about it. The best thing to do, in my opinion, is to do things, to take action, and to try out things that push your own boundary of what you're comfortable with. For me, for example, that was putting on makeup, or then it was going out in a dress outside and interacting with people as a woman, or however I could muster up my own womanhood. And at some point I fell into, whoa, like the way I just interacted with this person and the way I just danced on the dance floor and this feeling that I have in these clothes, this feels great. This feels much better than the other world that I was living in, where I was pretending to be as masculine and attractive in that masculine way, feeling lost because I couldn't really express in a way that felt authentic. This feels right. This is where I want to be because I'm happier. And that's all you really need to do, is do the things that can help you get to that point. Do them as fast as you want. Do them as slow as you want. There's no rush here. So many people are like, oh, like, am I transitioning too late, or I'm trying to figure this out? Don't worry about it. You have your whole life to figure out everything. And yeah, it's nice to have this part figured out, but if you rush it, sometimes you might make a mistake. Have you ever done that? Have you ever like tried to rush something and then you ended up making the whole thing broken or break, or that it didn't work out because you rushed? Transitioning is a big thing to follow through on. It seems like a really big thing to start taking estrogen or testosterone or hormones, but I'd say it's a small thing to do it the first few times. It's really the commitment that's the bigger decision. And you don't have to make that commitment when you're asking yourself, am I transgender? If you say, yes, I'm trans, and that's what I think I am, you don't need to say, well, I'm committing to that forever. You can undo yourself and say, you know what, I'm not trans. Or you can transition and say, you know what, I'm non-binary. I know a trans girl who fully transitioned, GRS and everything, and now she kind of identifies more non-binary than she did before. And that's fine. You kind of evolve as a person and you figure things out as you go. So yeah, do what feels right. Do the things that feel right. Prototype it. Do things that are super cheap and easy to do to help you get answers. For example, would I look good with a beard if you're a trans man? Can you draw a beard with a Sharpie on your face? I did that in high school. It was really dumb, but you can do something like that where you can instantly get an idea of if you'd like it or not. Does it feel better to have boobs and be a woman? See if you can get a dress. See if you can borrow a dress. Maybe like for when I wanted to decide if I wanted boobs, I bought fake boobs online for 30 or 40 bucks. Sounds like a lot, But when you think about breast surgery being $10,000, getting fake boobs online for that price is a deal. I wore them. I liked them. I felt like I fit better in clothes. I was happy with it. And so I said, you know what? This is me. This is what I need. I'm going to do it. And that feels right. And you can do that with anything, honestly. Once you start learning how to test your own boundaries and what feels right, you can do it for other things. Does this partner feel right? Does this place feel right? I did that for when I moved to Berlin from the United States. I visited for a month, pretended to live there, and said, this place feels right, so I'm going to move here. It's really that simple. So remember to ask yourself what feels right. What can you do to test yourself to see if you could feel that rightness or if it's wrong? And remember to push your own boundaries of what your comfort level is. Don't just sit around and expect the answer to come. Don't just stay in your comfort zone and just do the same thing. You're not going to find anything new about yourself in this comfort zone because you've already explored enough of it to just know yourself completely in this space. Food for thought. If this is your first time, I'd love to hear from you. Write a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'll see you in another episode. Bye.